Welcome to the Thursday edition of the HGP sponsored Sportscast. I am Sean Embrack. We begin with appointment in the area of Guyana's football. The Guyana Football Federation, GFF, introduced the new technical director appointed to the federation and assumes duties October 8, 2016. Mr. Ian Greenwood, with a brief introduction, shared of his background.
My background has been in professional football in England. The two main clubs that I've worked for have been Huddersfield Town and lastly Leeds United. My main background has been in youth development, obviously. My roles at Leeds United have been to develop programmes and long-term plans that look to develop players from under 5, under 6, under 7, all the way up to under 21 and into the first team. So my role there was to create pathways and create programmes for development of players.
GFF President Wayne Ford welcomes the new TD and new prospect for Guyana's football development.
We're very confident at this time that we made a good choice. We look forward to the good work that Mr. Greenwood is going to do in laying the foundation. The foundation is very critical for the development of the sport, and I'm very, very optimistic about the future of Guyana football.
Greenwood outlined his plans for Guyana's football development and an immediate plan for the coaching department.
So my belief is that if we can get the foundations correct, so if we have coach education in place and then we have correct youth development programs and grassroots programs, that over a long period of time that will then improve the overall football infrastructure in Guyana and improve both the national teams for the male and the female strands. So my main focus is going to be on the youth development and developing the coaches. I feel that I'm really excited to be here. I've signed a 4-year contract and hopefully that'll go into a longer period.
The new technical director is contracted to work in Guyana for a 4-year period and will be financed through funding made available by FIFA to the GFF. Seaboard Marine 2016 Caribbean Motor Racing Championship to race off November 13, 2016, and is already set to be one of the biggest showdown at the South Dakota circuit in Guyana. Speedsters from USA, Trinidad, Barbados, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, and Guyana are confirmed for the biggest Caribbean race meet in November. Points leaders coming into the final leg for 2016 cars: Trinidad and Tobago lead the points table on 317, Jamaica 291, and Guyana 131. Cayman Islands, Barbados, and USA bring up the low tier on 60, 43, and 4 points, respectively. In the Superbikes category, Guyana lead on 157 points, followed by Jamaica 127. Barbados and Trinidad, nil. Drivers' points standing: Trinidad leads with 11 drivers with championship points, followed by Jamaica 4 drivers, Barbados 3, and Guyana 1 in that order. We tell you now that a successful CSC Guyana bodybuilding team paid a courtesy call on the Director of Sports at the National Sports Commission, with the largest medal haul for Guyana at the 46th meet of the CSC. President of the Bodybuilding Federation, Kevin Bess.
Team representing the Golden Arrowhead at the CSC competition, the Central American Caribbean Championships. We thought it fit to do a courtesy call on the Director of Sport, and we are delighted that we were accommodated and given the opportunity to come and have a short discussion with the Director of Sports as it relates to bodybuilding and the way forward for the athletes representing Guyana and for the future athletes that will be representing Guyana.
National Sports Director Christopher Jones lauded the performances of the athletes.
The government of Guyana is committed to contribute to the development of all of the various disciplines. And of course, we would have recognized over time that many of the disciplines that we would have sent abroad came back very successful. But bodybuilding is noteworthy to mention that in every time they participate at a regional or international tournament, they always return with awards. The National Sports Commission was only too proud to contribute to their travels because we knew that they would be representing the Golden Arrowhead to the best.
Gold medalist at the 2016 edition, Corwin Clark, was reserved about his performance while praising his team members.
I was elated by the performance at this year's championships. Mr. Campbell did commendable. So was Mr. Davis and Miss Fortune. Even though Miss Fortune came up a bit short, and I'm only hoping that she goes back to the drawing board and make necessary adjustments for future competitions. I also would applaud Mr. Brisford on his achievement or his accomplishment for becoming a CAC and IFBB professional judge.
Starbreak News sports journalist Emerson Campbell, who copped silver, shared his experience.
Thank all the supporters, all the sponsors that were behind us, our training partners. I would just like to put it in the grand scheme of things. This is the biggest CAC competition that there ever was in the history of the 4-year competition. And this is the biggest medal haul that we had. It wasn't a fluke, or it wasn't that we gained walkovers per se. So it was a great achievement, and I just hope that we could continue getting the support from corporate Guyana going forward. For any team leaving the shores, either a local competition, like a regional competition, or one in the States or so forth. And I'd like to commend the National Sports Commission for flexing the corporate muscle as well.
Best stated too that Guyana can expect more from the sport of bodybuilding.
We were very successful at this year's CAC Championships, returning with 2 golds, 2 silver medals, and a bronze medal. It's the fitting thing to have the athletes given the opportunity to represent Guyana at all costs, and we hope that with this recent success and the success that we would have been building on over the past couple of years, that we can encourage more tangible support from the government going forward, so that we can continue to develop the sport of bodybuilding in Guyana.
And that concludes our sportscast for today, Thursday, October 13, 2016. See you on Friday, October 14 for another edition of the HGP Sportscast. I'm Sean Embrock saying good night.